Hello friends, welcome to the CRISC, that is certified in the Risk and Information System Control, Part 3 Domain 4. Friends, in this part we are going to discuss about the maximizing efficiency with IT operation management in 2024. Right? So friends, did you know that in 2023, companies that implemented effective IT operation management saw a whopping 30% increase in their efficiency? Yeah, that's right. It's time to dive into how you can maximize your efficiency with IT operation management in 2024. So, exactly what is IT operations management? In simple terms, it is all about overseeing and managing the technology and system that support your organization's need. With the rapid pace of technological advancement, it is becoming increasingly important for businesses to effectively manage their IT operations. This means ensuring everything runs smoothly from server to software and keeping up with the latest trend. Friends, as we move into 2024, understanding this landscape is essential for any business looking to stay competitive. Now let's talk about some of the common challenges many organizations face when managing IT operations. One major issue is resource allocation. Companies often struggle to efficiently distribute their resources, whether it's manpower or budget, leading to bottleneck in productivity. Another significant challenge is incident response times. When something goes wrong, how quickly can your team react? Delays can lead to frustrated users and lost revenue. Plus, integrating new technologies while keeping legacy systems running can feel like walking a tightrope. Friends, speaking of the solutions, let's explore some of the latest trends and the tools in IT operation management in 2024. One of the biggest trends is automation. Friends, by automating routine tasks, organizations can free up their IT team to focus on their more strategic initiatives. Another exciting development is the use of AI integration. So friends, with this much of intro, let's jump in the topic first. Let's talk about maximizing efficiency with IT operation management in 2024. Let's take a closer look at these fascinating charts that paint a clear picture of how IT operation management has transformed businesses in 2023 and what on the horizon for 2024. Let's talk about the trends reshaping the world of IT operations management in 2024. And let me tell you, the numbers are nothing short of impressive. First, look at the cloud integration, which takes at the biggest slice of the pie at 70%. Friends, it's clear the cloud is not just a trend, it's a necessity. Businesses around the world are moving to cloud-based systems, and why would not they? The cloud offers scalability, flexibility, and most importantly, the ability to adapt to changing the business needs quickly. Next, we have AI-powered solution at 40%. This is where the future really takes shapes. AI is transforming how companies manage their IT systems, allowing them to predict and solve issues before they even happen. Moving to the next, that is automation efficiency, comes in at 30%. And let me tell you why that matters. Because automation is not just about replacing human tasks, it is about making IT systems smarter and faster. And finally, cost optimization. Friends, cost optimization at 25%. Let's face it, cost cutting is not going away anytime soon, and IT operation management is leading the charge. So what is the takeaway from this chart? Simple. If you want to succeed in 2024, you need to embrace these trends: cloud integration, AI, automation, and cost efficiency. And this is not the future, it is already happening. And if you are not on board, you risk being left behind. Moving next, let's talk about the IT operation management, a critical aspect of how organizations function today. Friends, now as a risk practitioner, you don't need to be a technical wizard or IT genius. But here is the thing, understanding the basic IT concept is absolutely crucial. Why? Because IT is everywhere. It is the backbone of every business, and knowing how it works will help you to identify and assess risk better. Let's look at the chart this. Welcome to the world of IT infrastructure, friends, where the unseen system power our digital lives. If you're serious about staying ahead in today's technical driven world, this is your roadmap to success. Let me break it down for you, stating with the essential, because understanding these concepts is no longer optional, it is necessity. Let's start with the cybersecurity, which is leading the charge at 100% importance. Why? Because every digital transaction is a potential vulnerability. In 2024, your business is not safe unless your data is. And that's why cybersecurity at the top. It is your first and last line of defense against a growing army of cyber criminals. Next, at 95%, we have cloud computing. Think about this. The cloud is not just about storage, it is about scale, flexibility and speed. Whether you are a small business or a global player, the cloud is what keeps you agile. As companies race to innovate, cloud computing is the backbone of that agility. Then we have networking at 90%. Let me put it in this way. No matter how advanced your systems are, if they are not connected, they are useless. Networking is the glue that holds everything together, making sure data flows smoothly and securely across systems. Moving to server at 85%, friends, these are the heavy lifters of IT infrastructure. Servers ensure your application and databases are up and running 24/7, whether they are on-premise or in the cloud. Without reliable server management, your businesses might as well be offline. And finally, we have virtualization at 80%. Friends, here is where efficiency meets innovation. Virtualization allows you to run multiple systems on a single server, saving costs and boosting resource efficiency. It is a game changer for IT infrastructure, optimizing everything from storage to processing power. So there you have it. These 5 pillars are the key to the resilient, scalable and secure IT infrastructure. Master them and you are not just surviving in the digital world, you are thriving. So friends, what are the key areas of concern? Well, we are looking at the commonly identified threats. Those things like data breaches, system failure or human error. These are the vulnerabilities such as outdated software, weak security measures or even a simple lack of proper IT governance. And finally, you have to think about the business impact. How this risk can disrupt day-to-day operations and what that means for the overall health of the organization. Friends, at the end of the day, you don't need to be an IT expert, but you do need to understand enough to recognize how IT risk can affect the bigger picture. So by doing so, you are not just protecting system, you are safeguarding the businesses itself. And that's where your role becomes absolutely vital. Moving next, let's talk about the IT infrastructure knowledge. A crucial element of any risk practitioner. Friends, now you don't need to dive deep into the coding or server maintenance, but having a working knowledge of networking, applications and other IT infrastructure elements is non-negotiable. Why? Because these are the core component to make any organization tick in the digital age. Moving next, let's discuss about this chart first. Friends, today we are diving into something crucial if you are looking to land a job in IT infrastructure in 2024. The right keyword can increase your chance of getting hired by over 50%. So what are the keywords that matter most? Let's break it down. First up, cybersecurity at a whopping 95% importance. Friends, in 2024, nothing is more valuable than knowing how to protect digital assets. With cyber threats rising every day, businesses are looking for professionals who can safeguard their system. And if you know your firewall, encryption, and threat detection, you are a hot commodity. Next, we have cloud computing at 90%. Friends, this is not a trend. it's a future. Companies across industries are moving to the cloud, and they can need experts who can manage platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. If cloud is on your resume, you are already in demand. Next, talking about the networking. Friends, networking comes in strong at 85%. This is the foundation of every IT system. From routine to security protocols, businesses need professionals who can keep everything connected and running smoothly. At 80%, we have virtualization. Why does this matter? Because companies are looking for ways to optimize their resources. Virtualization technology like VMware and Hyper-V allow them to run multiple systems on a single server, saving cost and maximizing efficiency. And finally, automation comes in at 75%. Friends, automating routine tasks is a game changer for companies, and if you can script with Python or use tools like Ansible and Jenkins to streamline processes, you will be ahead of the curve. So here is the bottom line, that mastering these keywords, cybersecurity, cloud computing, networking, virtualization and automation, will make you stand out in 2024's competitive IT job market. Know them, learn them, and get hired faster than you think. Friends, networking, for example, is like a nervous system of a company, connecting all the different parts, applications. They are the tool of businesses use daily to function smoothly, and understanding this infrastructure means you can spot risks before they turn into full-blown problems. Think about potential network vulnerabilities or application failures or cybersecurity threats. These are the issues that can disrupt operation at any moment. But here is the key. Close interaction with the IT staff is essential. They are the ones on the front lines managing the technology system, and they can provide valuable insight. By collaborating with them, you are a risk practitioner. You can align your risk management strategies with the actual IT environment. Together, you can anticipate problems and put the right protection in place. So friends, while you don't need to be an IT expert, you need to speak the language of IT infrastructure. It's about teamwork, understanding the system, and ensuring that risks are managed effectively, keeping the business secure from the inside out. Moving next, let's talk about the hardware component. Friends, alright, let's dive into the hardware component, the essential equipment that forms the backbone of any IT system. So when we talk about hardware, we are referring to the physical part of the computer or network infrastructure. Computers, networking, security, and peripheral and IoT all fall under this category. And these are the tangible pieces that ensure data flows smoothly, processes run efficiently, and systems stay online. From a risk management perspective, understanding the health of the functionality is the hardware component is critical. If a server fails or a router malfunctions, it can bring down the entire section of the businesses. Therefore, knowing the essential hardware and maintaining close communication with IT staff is key to identify risk early, ensuring that downtime is minimized and businesses' operation remain uninterrupted. Hardware is the foundation, and keeping it in the top shape is what keeps everything running smoothly. Let's discuss one by one. First, we'll discuss about the computers. Friends, imagine you are running a business and your entire operation relies on the IT system to stay afloat. But what happens when those systems slow down, crash, or simply refuses to boot? Friends, in IT operation management, understanding your hardware component is not just important, it's critical. Let's start with CPU, the central processing unit. Friends, think of it as a brain of any computer. Whether it is a desktop, a laptop, or even a mobile device, if your CPU is not performing efficiently, your entire operation slows down. Next, about the motherboard. Friends, this is like a nervous system connecting every part of the computer. If the motherboard fails, nothing works. IT teams need to ensure that motherboard is in top shape, checking all the connections to making sure that the CPU, RAM and storage device are communicating smoothly. And next is the RAM, the random access memory. Friends, this is where the magic happens. When it comes to multitasking, the more RAM you have, the more your system can juggle. In IT operation, managing RAM effectively is like to ensure your businesses run smoothly. Whether you are dealing with a large database, multiple applications or high traffic system. And then there is ROM, that is read-only memory. Friends, it does not get the attention it deserves, but ROM is where the foundational instruction lies. The boot up sequence that gets everything started. If ROM is corrupted or outdated, you are not even getting off the ground. Friends, in the world of IT operation management, these hardware components are the pillars that hold everything together. Monitoring them, maintaining them, and knowing when to upgrade them is not just smart, it is essential for business's continuity. Moving next, let's talk about the backbone of your IT infrastructure. The silent operator that keeps everything running, switches and routers. Friends, now imagine an organization bursting with activity. Dozens, maybe hundreds of the computers are buzzing. Data is flying, emails are being sent, files are shared, and people are on the video calls. But how does all this happen seamlessly? That's where switches and routers come into play. Think of the switches as the traffic managers of your internal network. When you're sending a file to the colleague sitting across the office, the switch steps in. And similarly, on the routers part, we can say that if switches are managing the internal traffic, routers are like the gatekeepers to the outside world. They connect your internal network to the big, wide internet. The bottom line, without your switches and routers, there is no internet, no internal network, no businesses as usual. They are not just hardware, they are the foundation of everything. Let's talk about the security in the world of IT. Friends, now think about how countries protect their borders. Watchtower, guards, sensors, all keeping an eye on who is entering and leaving. In the digital realm, there is no different. And here is where the firewall and intrusion detection system comes in. Moving next is about the peripheral and IoT. Friends, the backbone of modern IT operation. Now you may think of peripherals as those everyday tools, a keyboard, a monitor, maybe even a printer in the corner of the office. But in the world of IT operation management, peripherals are more than just conveniences. They are the essential equipment that bridges human and machine. Without them, you can't interact with the very system that drive businesses, industries, and entire economies. Friends, why does this matter for IT operation? Now, why does this matter? Because IT operation management, it is no longer just about managing few computers and servers. You are dealing with the entire ecosystem of connected devices. Every peripheral, every IoT device is a potential entry point into your network. So while peripherals like keyboards and monitors are essential tools that keep us productive, it is the IoT device from smart industry machines to connect healthcare tools that are driving the future of the efficiency and innovation. And that's the reality of modern IT operation, an interconnected web of devices from the simplest keyboard to the most sophisticated industrial sensor. It is the job of IT realm to make sure they are all working together efficiently and securely. Moving next, friends, let's discuss about the concern with the hardware. That is a key area of risk. Friends, when we talk about hardware in IT operation, it is not just about physical devices like server, desktop, or even IoT devices. The real concern lies in the risk these components pose. In this, we will discuss about physical risks, security risk, and operational risks, right? So let's have a look one by one. First, let's discuss about the physical risk. So imagine this. Your entire IT infrastructure, that is a backbone of your company operation, is running smoothly. But what happens if someone walks in and simply takes the server? Or what if a critical hardware component fails at the worst possible moment? These are the physical risks that every IT operation team must be constantly vigilant about. Theft is not just a matter of losing an expensive piece of equipment, it is about the sensitive data that might be on it. Customer information, financial records, or even classified business strategies. One stolen laptop or server could expose your entire network to a breach. Next, about the physical access. Friends, not everyone should have the keys to the kingdom, right? If someone unauthorized gains access to your data center or even a critical piece of hardware, the damage they can cause, whether intentional or accidental, can be devastating. Let's talk about component failure next. Friends, we often forget, but hardware is not invincible. Hard devices crash, server overheat, or router just give up sometimes. This can lead to sudden downtime, disrupting business operations. Regular maintenance and backup system can be difference between the brief hiccups and full-blown crisis. And lastly is about unauthorized use. Friends, if an unapproved user gets their hand on a device, they can install malware, access confidential data, or unintentionally disrupt systems. It is essential to have strict user access policies and constant monitoring. So in the world of IT operations management, managing physical risks is not just about protecting equipment, it is about safeguarding the entire businesses. And as we know, prevention is always better than cure. Moving next, let's talk about the security risk in IT infrastructure. The kind of risk that can quietly lurk in the background and, if ignored, can cause major damage. This is not just a technical jargon, it is about understanding how a small misstep in securing your IT system can lead to the massive vulnerabilities. First up is a default credential. Friends, now think about this. When new device, server or software is set up, it comes with a default username and password. The goal is ease of installation, but here is the problem. Those default settings are known to everyone, including hackers. And if your IT team does not change them immediately, it is like leaving the key under the doormat for anyone to find. Next, we have insecure configuration. Friends, imagine you have built a high technological system with all the bells and whistles, but you haven't set the right control. No firewall, no proper access limitation. You have got an expensive home security system, but the doors and windows are still wide open. And then there is unnecessary services running. Here is where things get overlooked. Sometimes system, friends, comes with the services pre-installed. Services that may not even be necessary for your operation. Think of these as the windows that don't need to be opened. If you don't lock them down or shut them off, you are leaving gaps in your defenses. So friends, in the world of IT operation management, these are not small issues to brush aside. Default credential, poor configuration, and unnecessary services are ticking time bombs in your system. The solution? Vigilance, regular audits, and tight security practices. Because in today's world, security risks are not just technical issues, they are business critical threats. And if you don't take care of them seriously, you are setting yourself for a breach that could disrupt everything. Moving next, let's talk about operational risks in IT management. Those subtle but serious pitfalls that, if left unchecked, can derail the smooth functioning of your entire infrastructure. Friends, these risks are not about security breaches or hackers. They are about internal missteps, inefficiencies, and outdated processes that quietly build up over time. First up, obsolescence. Friends, in the fast evolving world of IT, technology can become obsolete quicker than we realize. Outdated hardware or software that's no longer supported is like driving an old car that has not been serviced in years. It might still run, but it's prone to breakdowns, lack modern security features, and can't keep up with the demand of the today's operation. Then there is a poor maintenance. Friends, think of your IT system as a machine that needs regularly upkeep. If you're not updating software, replacing aging hardware, or fixing small issues before they snowball into the big problem, you are inviting trouble. Next, we have misconfiguration. Friends, this is the classic operational risk, improper setting, whether in your network, application, or hardware that leave your system open to error or attack. It is like installing a lock on your door but forgetting to turn the key. Friends, misconfigurations can lead to inefficiencies, data breaches, or system vulnerabilities, all of which could have been easily avoided with a bit more attention to detail. And finally, inaccurate documentation. Friends, now this may seem like a small issue, but in IT, documentation is everything. If your records are not up to date, whether it's configuration, setting, system updates, or user permission, you are essentially flying blind. When something goes wrong, inaccurate documentation makes it difficult to troubleshoot, recover data, or even understand the scope of the problem. It slows everything down and can turn minor issues into major headaches. Friends, in the world of IT operation management, these concerns, they might not be flashy as security threats, but they are just as dangerous. Keeping an eye on these risks through regular updates, through documentation, and proactive system maintenance is the key to ensuring that your IT infrastructure stay robust, reliable, and ready for whatever comes next. Friends, let's talk about the mobile devices. Those sleek, portable gadgets like smartphones, tablets, and even wearables that have become the integral to the modern business operation. But with that convenience comes serious risks and IT operation management. Friends, these devices need special attention. Let's discuss the first, that is about the broader definition. Friends, so when we talk about IT operation management, it is not just about your server and big machine humming in background. Friends, we are in 2024 now, and IT operation management includes much more than that. Think about it, your tablet, smartphones, and all those devices that are part of your daily life. These are the tools for gathering, storing, processing, and transmitting information. In other words, the device in your hand are just a match of your part of your IT operation as data center. But why does this matter? Because the way businesses use and manage these tools will define their efficiency. With the world becoming more mobile, it's critical that organizations streamline how they manage these devices alongside their broader IT infrastructure. These smartphones and tablets are not just accessories, they are essential to how modern businesses gather information, process it, and then deliver it to users wherever they are. Friends, so let's talk about vulnerabilities. We rely on our devices, smartphones, tablets, and all the technology we carry around for almost everything. But here is the catch. These very devices can also turn into backdoors for cyber attacks. If compromised, they can unknowingly become channel for data exfiltration, meaning sensitive information could be stolen without anyone realizing it. Just think about the risk. Private company data, customer information, all slipping through because one device was hacked. In today's digital age, protecting these devices is crucial. It's not just about convenience or performance, it is about securing your organization's entire digital ecosystem. And if you are not taking steps to safeguard these entry points, you would be leaving your data wide open to potential threats. Now let's dive into the risks. Friends, we are all dependent on devices like smartphones and tablets, but they come with some serious concern, especially when used for something as critical as multi-factor authentication. These risks, theft, damage, or even loss is high. When that happens, it's not just about losing a gadget. Friends, if these devices are used for multi-factor authentication, a stolen or a compromised phone could give someone access to the sensitive system and data. The business impact, potentially huge. Unauthorized access can lead to data breaches, financial losses, and serious damage to a company's reputation. In today's security landscape, it's crucial that businesses have a strong safeguard in place to minimize these risks. Moving next. Now, choosing the right vendor. This is where it all begins. In today's complex digital ecosystem, the vendors you partner can make or break your security strategy. So how do you choose the right ones? Friends, first look for the trust and reputation. Choose vendors with a proven track record of delivering secure, high-quality products. Check for reviews, study cases, and references. Do they have a history of working with a company similar to yours? What do their clients say about them? A vendor's reputation is often your first line of defense. Second, prioritize certification and standards. Make sure equipment they provide is tested by external entities and meet the recognized security standards like ISO IEC 15408. This certification shows that their product have undergone rigorous security assessment. Standards matter. They ensure that the vendors is not just offering functionality but also security. And third, ask about their supply chain. Can the vendor guarantee that hardware or software has not been tampered with during manufacturing or delivery? This is critical. There have been real-world cases of hardware being infected with vulnerabilities before even reaching the buyers. And fourth, evaluate their transparency. Are they open about how they maintain their products? Do they provide clear documentation on maintenance hooks or other access points they might use? Transparency is the key to ensuring that you know exactly how your system are being managed and maintained. And finally, look for the long-term partnership. It's not just about one-time purchase. Can this vendor support you in the long run? Will they be there when you need updates, security patches, or assistance down the road? A reliable vendor should offer ongoing support and innovation that keep your system secure and efficient. Choosing the right vendor is about more than just cost or convenience. It is about protecting your organization from potential risks. Be diligent, ask the right question, and prioritize security and trust overall. So friends, here we come to the end of Part 3, Domain 4, prepared by Isaka Preparation Academy. Friends, thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe with your friend, and stay tuned for more updates.